While 99% of creators are still playing the old game, I'm about to show you how to get ahead of everyone in 2025 using only 2 strategies that most people completely ignore. And no, I'm not talking about posting more content or just buying better equipment. I'm talking about understanding something that quite literally separates the top 1% from everyone else: the psychology of content and the power of leverage. See, while most creators are just grinding out content, one video at a time, I've built a system that turns 4 hours of my work every week into quite literally 50 pieces of content across multiple platforms. And it all starts with understanding how the human brain actually works, which is why I'm gonna reveal the exact 2-part system that's allowing me and my clients to dominate in 2025 before it even gets started. This isn't theory, this is what's actually working right now. But first, there's a fundamental shift happening in content creation that 99% of creators are completely missing. It's the move from content creation to psychology mastery. See, most creators, they think success comes from just better cameras. They think it comes from trending topics or posting more frequently. But the real game of content is understanding how your audience's brain works. Because every piece of content that goes viral, it taps into basic human psychology: curiosity, fear, desire, FOMO, social proof. I mean, the list goes on and on. But what most people don't understand is you can actually engineer those responses. For example, instead of titling a video, 5 YouTube tips, understanding psychology means that you'd probably title that "The YouTube Mistakes That Keep You Broke and How to Fix It," right? It's the same information, but the second one triggers loss aversion and curiosity. See, when I started applying psychological principles to my content, my average view duration quite literally jumped from 3 minutes and 42 seconds to 6 minutes and 18. Same creator, me, same topics, YouTube growth, but I was finally speaking the language of the human brain. This shift from content creator to psychology expert, it's quite literally what separates those who struggle to those who scale effortlessly. But understanding psychology is just the foundation. The real breakthrough comes when you combine it with the greatest currency of 2025 and beyond: leverage. And I'm not just talking about using AI, I'm talking about building real systems, operating systems and frameworks that multiply your output exponentially. In fact, I'm gonna show you exactly how this works. Every week, I spend 4 hours filming content, more or less. But through my systems that I have in place, those 4 hours become 50 pieces of content across YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, and email, which I send to my assistant, who takes those videos and uses an AI tool called PoppyAI, which I'll link the AI below this video with a link to a free tutorial that I made on how I use it and the templates that I use, so you can basically just plug and play. And if you sign up with my link, you'll not only get 20% off with code Dylan, you'll also get my 2 templates that I and my assistant use to achieve what I'm talking about in this video. So as I said, I use PoppyAI combined with the frameworks that I've taught her, my assistant, to create out of those YouTube videos 4 optimized Instagram posts, 4 TikTok videos, 8 LinkedIn posts, 8 email newsletter segments, 8 Facebook posts, 4 YouTube shorts, 8 YouTube community posts, and that's a 12.5x multiplier on my time investment. While other creators are burning out trying to keep up with every platform or trying just to post consistently on YouTube, I'm dominating all of them at the same time effortlessly while only focusing on one: with leverage. I've leveraged other people and their talents and AI, combine those 2 to dominate. See, this leverage system right here is how you compete with creators who have teams of 20 people, even if you're just getting started. But here's where most people get AI completely wrong, and it's quite literally costing them everything. They think AI is about replacing creativity, but the real power is in training AI to amplify your unique voice and psychology understanding. See, I spent about a month, so like 30 days, really teaching my assistant not just what to do, but how to think about content psychology. She understands my frameworks for opening curiosity gaps, creating emotional hooks, structuring for maximum retention, optimizing for different platform psychologies. So when she goes and takes my YouTube video about YouTube growth strategies, maybe, she's able to turn it into an optimized, not just more noise, but an optimized LinkedIn post. She's not just copy and pasting AI prompts, she's restructuring the psychology for a LinkedIn audience. Strong hooks, different pain points, platform-specific triggers, and the result is my repurposed content often performs better than my original content because it's optimized for each platform's unique psychology. See, this isn't just about saving time, it's about creating content that's psychologically optimized for every platform simultaneously. But here's the mistake mistake that's killing most creators' growth across platforms. They're using the same psychological approach for every platform. And that's why I say they're just creating noise. See, YouTube psychology is completely different from TikTok psychology, which is different from LinkedIn psychology. YouTube viewers want depth and transformation. TikTok users want instant gratification, entertainment, and stimulation. LinkedIn audiences want authority and professional value, etc., right? List goes on. So when my assistant goes and repurposes content, she's not just changing the format, she's changing the entire psychological approach. When it comes to YouTube, she might call it the complete system for. TikTok, this changed everything, right? With LinkedIn, it might be like a title for titling stuff after analyzing 1,000 plus creators. For Instagram, it might be the mistakes everyone makes. See, this psychological adaptation is why my content performs in the top 10% across every platform, not just YouTube, as a small creator. And understanding platform psychology means that you're not just repurposing content, you're creating narrative content for each audience's brain. But here's why 2025 is the most important year in content creation, quite literally content creation history. And it's because we're at an inflection point right now where most creators are still stuck in 2020 thinking, right? Which is more content, better equipment, trending topics, you name it. But the creators who understand psychology and leverage are about to leave everyone else behind. The demand for content's never been higher, but the supply of psychologically optimized, leveraged content still incredibly low. This is your window. I've seen creators go from 1,000 to 100,000 followers in less than 6 months using these same principles. More importantly than the vanity metrics, I've worked with creators who have gone from about making $15,000 a month, more or less, to over $100,000 a month with these frameworks. Not because they got lucky, but because they understood the game everyone else is missing. And when you combine psychological mastery with leveraged systems, you don't just compete, you dominate. While others are creating one piece of content, you're creating 12. While others are guessing what works, you're engineering psychological responses. This is how you get ahead of 99% of creators. Not by working harder, but you know what I'm gonna say next. By working smarter. By working smarter than everyone else. Now, everything that I just shared with you, the psychology frameworks, the leveraged systems, the AI training methods, this is exactly what I teach inside my YouTube Growth Accelerator program. Just remember, the window for this advantage, it won't stay open forever. So right now is your chance to get ahead of the game before everyone else catches up.